To order. Let the record show all board members are present. To have a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, first thing on our agenda, conduct a second public hearing for recommendations for the 25-26 school calendar.
That shows we're creatures of habit. We just sat down where we're supposed
Well,
to.
they changed the tags. When we had that one meeting, you guys weren't here.
Uh-huh.
I feel there's we were all returned together.
Good evening, President Ford, board members, Dr. Starcher. Tonight we are here to conduct our second, it's got a little ring to it. Perfect. Dr. Starcher, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I can. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you. So once again, we're here tonight to conduct our second required calendar public hearing, if you will. If you remember last time we presented the calendars, we took a look at them, and then you guys had a good idea to place them on our county website, which we did the next day to elicit comments from, of course, community members, parents, or staff members. We did not receive any comments officially to the central office. I did receive some that I'm greatly appreciative of you guys asking us to put it on the website because it presented an error, and I appreciate that happening. And it was our staff members, Miss Vickers, Darlene McNeil, and Coach Questenberry, that brought something to my attention that I hope I can explain to you tonight. So I provided you a stapled copy of what we looked at on 225, and I wrote on it with a highlighter to clearly mark it, and I want to talk about the necessary change that we need to make. So if we're looking at calendar A, on the old one that we looked at on 225, if you look at first day of instruction on the bottom left corner on calendar A, if you look at the first day of instruction, it says 8/18. It should say 8/19, a PL day. We can count a PL day as an instructional day. If you look below it where it says first student instruction, it says 8/18. It should say the first, what I call the first white day, 8/21. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So I always look at the first white day on a calendar. That means a kid comes to school. As a parent, I'm looking for those white days. So 8/21 is the first day kids come to school on calendar A. When in this new system, it pre-fills things, or maybe I hit the wrong button, but it fills stuff in. So I didn't catch that, and I'm glad we put it out. And it was a couple of staff members said, "Wait a second, do we start on 8/21 with kids or on this day?" So on your right side in your blue folder, it reflects the correct changes. Okay, does that make sense? It reflects the first day that we can count as instruction, and it reflects the first day for students. Okay, so on calendar B, if you look at calendar B, the one that we looked at on 225, the first day of instruction was correct, 8/21, the first PL day. But the first student instruction, or first day with kids, said 8/21 as well. And it should say 8/26. So the calendar B that you have on your right side reflects that. Okay? So it did not change anything on the calendar itself. It just reflects the right dates in the bottom left corner, if that makes sense.
Under important dates, as with corrections.
Correct. A pet peeve of myself, if you look at the high school graduations, notice it says Independence High School, Shady Spring High, Woodrow Wilson High School, Liberty High. It bothers me that it doesn't say Liberty High School and Shady Spring High School. I don't control that. It fills that in, okay, with the State Department. So that fills that in. ACT, as I've told you before, it does not pre-plug that in. So I hand wrote that on the one you see. The one that'll go out to staff members, Miss Belinda Stafford, she helps me out and doctors that up and puts in Academy of Careers and Technology, and it'll reflect that. I hand wrote it in on purpose tonight so you would know that this was a different calendar than last week. But the one that goes out to staff, it will look uniform, and it'll say Academy of Careers and Technology, and it will reflect the graduation date. So I apologize. I do appreciate, Coach Questenberry's in the room. I do appreciate the folks that caught that, but that's the only change that I would suggest that we make. And unless we have any comments or concerns, I would suggest that we look to put this out for a staff vote starting tomorrow.
Do you need a motion for that or no? I move that you all put, oh, thanks, Larry. I move you put it out for countywide vote,
Yes, ma'am.
That's calendar A and B.
A and B.
I second.
Motion moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Dr. Starcher, is there anything to add? I was going to talk about when we would bring this back to the board, but is there anything to add?
No, thank you. I
Okay.
don't have anything.
Okay, so we'll let our staff vote, and I hope to bring this back to you on 325, March 25th, for consideration for approval. And then we'll submit it to the State Department. I appreciate it.
Nice job, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Well, that's all we have on our agenda, so you can smoke them if you got them. This meeting's adjourned.
15 minutes. I know, what's sad is that? Yes, you quit. I did, I should.
Eric, if you tell me